Hello, everybody. My name is Aaron Sampson, and I'm one of the hosts from M10UnwrittenRules.com. And today I want to talk to you about a young boy. His name is Tylor Clementi. And he was a violinist, and he went to, or he got a scholarship at the University of Rutgers in New Jersey. Now, Tyler jumped off a bridge. He jumped off the George Washington Bridge and fell into the Hudson River and was killed. They know for a fact it was suicide because he left a letter. You probably asked why did he do that? Well, Tyler asked his roommate if he could have the room until 12 o'clock. He wanted some privacy with his boyfriend or male friend. And his roommate apparently knew what was going on. And so what he did was set up his webcam so that he could record it. But not only did he record it, him and another female friend were in the room looking at it, and they emailed other friends so that they could actually join in and watch these two have sex together. Um, I guess it was a little bit too much for him, and he couldn't take it. He found out the day later, and he jumped off the bridge. I guess we have to ask ourselves, but why did he jump? That's a real good question. Was it because he was gay and he didn't want anybody to know about it? I think that his friends probably knew he was gay, and I know his roommate knew what was going on because his roommate left the webcam on so that he could record it. So he obviously knew something was about to go on and he wanted to see it. So was it that he was gay? Was it that he was embarrassed because he was caught on tape having sex with a man? Was it just he was embarrassed because he was caught on tape having sex? I guess we really can't answer those questions just yet. But one thing I do know, either way, he couldn't deal with it and he ended up killing himself behind it. I think basically if you were even a heterosexual couple and you were having sex and all of a sudden you find out there's a video out there of you, I think for anybody with any kind of morals that would be kind of hard to take. And so we really don't know why he actually jumped. He seemed like he came from a good family. He seemed like he had good friends, people that liked him. So we really don't know why he jumped just yet, but we do know that apparently some part of it that he couldn't deal with, there was something there that he couldn't deal with, and so he decided to end it all. On my website, I did talk about suicide, and I don't think it's the answer. I really don't. And I think if you're a Christian, then you should know that if you commit suicide, you will not go to heaven because you cannot ask for forgiveness after you've done it. So being a Christian, that's not a good thing. Suicide, and I guess we have to kind of talk about privacy. If you remember, Princess Diana, she was killed in a car accident trying to get away from paparazzi. Basically, I mean, we want our privacy. And what is privacy? Well, we have a right to have privacy. We have a right to be in our own homes to do what we want without anybody knowing about it. So basically, when we lock our doors, when we close our windows, that's our time. It's none of your beeswax. It's our time to do what we want to do. That's a sign saying, hey, whatever I'm doing here, I don't want you to know about. That's privacy, people. And we need to respect each other's privacy. Now, there is a exercise that involves your knuckles, and it's called knocking. I think some people need to get reacquainted with that. You know what? This is a shame. It's a shame. And whether you were his friends, whether you were acquaintances, whether you were his enemies, this was just plain wrong what they did. These college kids, they do things, and I mean, did they think that there was going to be any kind of recoil behind what was going to happen? Or they just going to go, oh, hey, man, we videotaped you and your boyfriend having sex, man. We put it on YouTube. Hey. Did they expect to get a high five behind it? Hey, man, good move. I don't think so. These kids weren't thinking. Now, the way I see it, first of all, let's talk about murder. Should these kids be accused of murder? That's a hard question, and we probably want him to be, but I don't think they should be accused of murder. They did not kill himself. He committed suicide. Their actions led to him committing suicide, but he didn't. They did not murder this kid. I honestly don't believe these kids set this whole thing up thinking that he was probably going to kill himself. They probably set it up as a joke. Hey man, this is what we do for the weekend, you know. They got together, get some beers, and check out my roommate having sex with another man. You know, some people think like that. And I'm not saying they are, but they did, but some people think like that. And the we've got to check ourselves when we do certain things, man. Privacy. You know, I think these kids should be accused of, or they should be charged with what is it? What are they charging with? Invasion of privacy is what they charged him with. And I think they should be made an example out of. I think that they should be kicked out of school. But we have to remember, these were teenagers. And teenagers goof off. Teenagers do things. Kids do things, people. And we've got to check ourselves. We've got to watch what we do, because things like this are going to happen. We've got to consider each other's privacy. We've got to consider what the end result is going to be. And I think these kids probably did it out of fun, or maybe as a joke. But in the long run, the joke is really going to be on them. Now, these kids are going to have to live with this for the rest of their lives. And I think that that's going to be a very heavy punishment and a very heavy thing that they're going to have to bear. I mean, 20, 30 years from now, if these kids live that long, somebody's going to remember this, and somebody's going to put it in their face. If they decide they want to become anybody popular, like a politician or anything like that, their opponent is going to bring this day up. Their opponent is going to bring up the fact that because of a joke that they played, some young teenager killed himself. So these kids have basically ruined their lives. And the sad thing about it is this kind of stuff goes on all the time. In one of the emails, the kid actually said, nobody's going to do anything about it. Nobody can do anything about it because it's already out there. Nobody can do anything about it now. A young teenager is dead. The joke's on you. Now, my condolences to the family. It is my belief that no parent should have to bury their children. I don't believe that. It should be the other way around. So what is going on with our society? We need to check ourselves. And though I didn't know the Tylor family, from what I've seen, it seems like they were a good family. I mean, they produced an excellent violinist. So I'm going to offer these people a moment of silence, and I will shed a tear for them. And I hope you do the same. Until I see you guys again, my name is Aaron Sampson, and I'm going to do what I do best, and that's talk. Goodbye.